Welcome to my very first guitar tutorial. I'm really excited to be doing this because it's of a really good song called Kaleidoscope by Joe Brooks. The way he plays it live, the way he recorded it, and the way I play it are basically all the same thing. So you're going to be getting a really accurate tutorial from me. However, before I begin and bring up my guitar, I just want to say a few quick things. So there will be numbers in the description below on when I actually do start. First of all, this was done by request, and if you want me to do tutorials on any of my other covers, please leave a comment or send me a message of your requests and I'll get back to you, or I'll just make the tutorial and then tell you later that I made it. Secondly, this is my very first tutorial, first time teaching really anyone a song that I've learned, and it could go over really bad. Could be a lot of mistakes in it, or it could go over really well and I did a lot of things right. But if this is something that I'm gonna want to keep up and continually do, I would really appreciate some feedback or suggestions on how to improve my videos so as to benefit those who watch them. Thirdly, know that I am no guitar pro or expert. I won't claim to know all the knowledge in the world there is to know about guitar chords or music theory, but what I do know I will try and convey to you in a helpful manner. Also know that this is edited, or this is not edited. There's no editing going on, and what you see is what you get and what you hear is what you get. This is all just one big take. I'm trying to cram it all into 10 minutes, so hopefully I can do it. Without further ado though, I will go to camera 2 and we'll get started. And camera 2 is iPod Touch sandwiched between a phone and a book. So that's new. The tutorial begins around now. Note that the capo is on the 5th fret, and I think live he plays it on the 4th fret, but in the recorded version he plays it on the 5th fret, so I'm going to teach you that way as well. Also know that I'm going to be talking in capo talk, which means that to me this chord is a G chord and not a C major chord. If that isn't to your liking, all you perfect pitchers out there, you 1 out of 100,000 people person, I'm sorry, but this is the way I'm going to be explaining the video. It made more sense to me this way to learn it, and I think it'll make more sense to you to learn it this way as well. So this, to me, is a G major chord on the 3rd fret, just so you know. So I'll start by showing you the strumming pattern real quickly, and it's the same strumming pattern throughout the entire song, so once you have this, you have the strumming pattern for the rest of it, basically. And it's this. It's down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Again, it's down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay? In slow motion, it sounds like this. And in real-time motion, or just real-time, I guess, it sounds like this. And notice that I kind of added, at least with the passing tone that F sharp, I'll show you later, added a couple of downs that don't exactly follow that rhythm that I told you. You can do that in this song. You can add in whatever creative rhythms you want to add in, and it makes this song actually sound better because you're making it your own, which is pretty unique and special. But if you wanted to know the way that I played it and how it sounds in the song, that's the general pattern that you can base your other stuff off of. Okay, now I'll show you the chords that are in the song. Actually, no, I'll show you the intro first, or at least to the extent of my knowledge that I know it. I played it on my cover as just a variation of my G chord, and I kind of moved my pinky around to here and I kind of played it fingered around. But when he plays it live, I think that Joe plays this D formation that I'm going to show you, and he just fingers it around, just playing random strings over and over again, and then hitting this 7th fret with this pinky, and then he starts there. I kind of find that intro more so irrelevant because, well, for one, it's not touched on again throughout the entire song, but it's also left up to you to do whatever you'd like to do for the intro. So, it's the intro. First chord is a G major chord. Basic G major. I'll show you my handy dandy piece of paper. Sorry. Okay. G major. And basic chord. And then the next chord that it transitions to is an E minor chord. But before that, Joe plays an F sharp kind of passing tone, and he plays it like this, putting his first finger on the F sharp, keeping his 2 fingers down here. However, I play it by adding my middle finger to the 2nd fret G string. I think it gives it more of a fuller feel, and you can see that right here. Okay. And so he plays that, then to transition to the E minor, he plays that. So the E minor is that. Not too complicated, just an E minor, regular E minor chord, but you're adding those 2 ring finger and pinky finger on the bottom frets, or bottom strings. The next chord is a C sus2, kind of sus2, you're adding this middle finger, but it's basically a C major chord with this added pinky, and it looks like this. Okay, and you can pause the video, by the way, when I show up that piece of paper so you have a better visual understanding of it. So that's the next chord, but then everything moves up 2 frets. Keep your fingers on the same string, so move it all up 2 frets. Oh, and by the way, mute this low E string. You get the D chord, or D something, as I called it, because I couldn't really figure out what it was. But this is just classic Joe Brooks. He plays it, just so happens that he plays it in Sleepwalking, which is in the same key as Kaleidoscope. It's like so take all my dreams, and he goes through that C in the D, and that song he does in Kaleidoscope, and it's signature Joe Brooks. So there you go. The next chord I want to show you is a C minor chord, and this happens twice in the entire song, but it really makes the song. You can see it here. Basically, you're barring the 3rd fret, and then you are adding your other fingers in that pattern, as you can see in that paper. And when you're playing it, you're playing this C major going to a minor 4th, and you're just like, oh, it sounds so mysterious, but I gotta resolve it on something. So then you play the G, the 1st, to resolve it. I just really like that chord. It really makes it when Joe goes into the falsetto, it sounds really good. Okay, the next chord I wanted to show you is at the ending of the bridge, and in the bridge, Joe stays on the C, and then he goes to the A minor minus this ring finger to do the one thing for sure that she knows part. However, I play a B7, which sounds like that. And I think it sounds so much better because you're adding this really suspended tone that you're just your ears in agony over. But again, when you resolve it on the 1, it just sounds beautiful. So that's why I put that B7 in my cover. I think it sounds better, but you could play Joe's way of the A minor minus the ring finger. So there's the entire song. I'll show you a quick kind of rundown of what the I guess the verse, how it goes. It's this. And that's the entire song, basically. If you really want to learn this song, I would encourage you to get your fingers down through this tutorial and then look at my video of my cover that I did of it. I'll post that in the description below. But that'll really help you visualize and get in touch with the rhythm on how it goes. Or you could just look at this tutorial, get your fingers down, and then listen to the actual song. But either way, you're going to be getting a good Joe Brooks wave. An awesome Joe Brooks wave from Kaleidoscope. So thank you for watching. This is my first tutorial, and hopefully more will come.